Hello everyone. Hopefully I'm connected. I've been having trouble the last couple days with my connection. This is Carolyn Lang, and today I wanted to talk about something that I'd seen on various groups. I do internet marketing and sort of a hybrid marketer because I also do direct talking to people. But, oh, there it says my battery is low. Oh my goodness. This is one of the things you don't want to do. You want to make sure that you have everything plugged in, charged up, and so forth before you start. So give me 1 second while I plug in my phone. There we go. Now hopefully I won't die before I'm done. So anyways, as I was saying, as an internet marketer, I usually visit the forums and the different Facebook groups for work from home opportunities and other things like that, business groups, blogging groups, business building groups. And I've seen a number of people post their question about how do you tell whether a business is a scam or is it actually a legitimate business opportunity. So I wanted to share what I did when I was in that same position and evaluating. The name of my little video is, are you looking for your next business opportunity or your last? And I was looking for my last. I did not want to have to do this all over again. I had been involved for a few years with different companies, and to be honest, some were successful somewhat, some of them were not. I never achieved the kind of success that I had wanted to, and that's for a couple of reasons. Some of it was timing, that it was just, I had a bunch of little kids at home, homeschooling, we had international adoption, we moved across the country a couple of times, so a lot of things going on, and I'm sure there's other people who've been able to make that work, but I just wasn't at that point. So some of it's timing, and some of it was a mismatch of what I was interested in and what the company was that I had been involved in. Some of it was also, honestly, just my efforts. Like I said, I was busy and I didn't put enough time into it, or the necessary time on the necessary activities to actually do it. I tend to like to do a lot of research, and then sometimes I don't always implement my research. So that was also something that I was guilty of. And maybe you've had that experience yourself. The other thing, is belief. If you don't really have a belief in that's partially due to mismatching you and your company, then that's also makes it hard to be successful. But some of the issues that I had were with the company and the model, the business model that the company had used. So then I had seen something from somebody else that was very successful about how they had developed this criteria to evaluate any companies that they would be interested in looking at because they were looking for their last business. So I did the research, looked up what they had, and this is what they used and what I thought was just so true, and really found this to be true for me, and I thought I'd share it with you because I think maybe that will help you as well when you're trying to evaluate home business opportunities and if you want to get involved or start up with somebody. So here are the criteria. The first one is establishing a track record. Has the business that you are considering been in business for a long time? Does it have a track record? Are there successful people? What do they share their income statistics? Are they honest about all of that? That's very important. The second one is, are they financially sound? Are they, I just saw there's a lawsuit or something with another big company, that home-based company, that they're really struggling, and had something to do with mismanaged funds or something like that. I don't want to say the details in case I'm not right, but I know I read something about it, and there's some companies that are really struggling, and if you're in that company and you know which one I'm talking about, I hope that everything works out for you. But is your company financially sound? You can ask to look into that and just see. The company I'm with is 100% debt free, so they don't need to try to shortchange me. And I've always gotten a check from them at the time that they have promised. So that's nice to know too, that I can count on that money. What kind of a management program, what kind of management team do they have? Is the company a member of the Better Business Bureau? What about the Direct Sales Association, if that's the kind of company that they are? These are all, excuse me, those are all things that you can use to gauge whether it is a legitimate company and how it's organized. A lot of the companies are actually organized in their business model where the owners own the downlines, and so they are, that makes it very hard for you then to be successful. They have a short window to make some money, and they are in and out, and then they're done with their company. So they don't make long-term decisions for the people that are actually doing the work and trying to build their business. What kind of products do they have? Because I know the FTC has cracked down on companies that you actually have to have a product, which makes a ton of sense. But what kind of products are they? Are they the kind of products that you, like I love the jewelry companies, but there's only so much jewelry that I can wear. The same thing with some of the other things, that it's like a product where you have repeat customers, or do you have to, you don't have that kind of a product, so you have to continually go out and get new customers because you've saturated your customer base with the products, and then there's nobody left to buy from you. The next one was, are these products competitively priced? You know, if you have to be a really good salesperson, if you have a very, very expensive product, you have to have the confidence and the belief to be able to pitch that product and sell it to people. That is, for me, that's not me. I can't do that very well. So that's something that you need to evaluate based on your own personality and your own skills. Again, is there a high reorder rate? Are the customers pleased and they do come back? Or like I said, do you have to continually go out and get new customers? The company I'm with has a very high reorder rate. It's documented at over 96%. So that's very reassuring that the people that I talk to and who choose to become customers, then they will stay with the company. A low production requirement. That's nice because it's something where you don't have to worry about selling $6,000, $10,000. I don't know. I'm making up numbers here, but a high percentage. I'm a home-based business. I'm doing this to spend time with my family, to build a better life for my family. I don't want to have to go out there and hustle every single day of the month and scrap and scrounge to try and find customers to be able to even get paid on the work that I'm doing. Another thing, I think I'm sorry, I lost count. I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the eighth one. The eighth one is, what is the entry fee like? How much is it going to cost you to start this business? I prefer a low entry fee. Granted, you could say that if you don't pay any money, then is it actually worth anything? And I would agree with that, because people put value, or I should say they will pay for something if there is value for it. But you need to decide, what is your family budget? If you are trying to be able to stay home and raise your kids, in the case of myself, then you can't afford to take a huge portion out of your savings or your family's budget to even start up a company that doesn't have a very good success rate or a chance of success. And that leads me to the ninth one, which is the attrition rate. So how many people have joined this company that you're looking into? How many people have stayed with it for longer than just a year or two? Now, if you actually look at the ones that are truly working the business the right way and are trying to build a business, are they staying with it? Is the checks that they show, is that true wealth? Is it residual income that these people are earning, or have they had to spend more money to be able to promote their business, to recruit people, to sell whatever kind of business you're in? And I'm trying to speak generically so you can actually evaluate the business based on what you're looking at. But have they had to spend more than what they are getting on these checks? You know, these big checks might look all nice and flashy, and they might fake it till you make it, and that's just, in my opinion, that's just ridiculous. I'm trying to get to the 100% debt free myself, and I'm not too far off, but I have some work to do. So I would not appreciate a company that is not accurately representing what it takes for me to do my business. What about timing? You know, they talk about you have to get in quick on the ground floor opportunity. Well, to me, that makes it very questionable. If it's a ground floor opportunity, then how is it that people actually can do anything successful with this business? I mean, what if you join the company 10 years down the road? Do the people that joined 10 years ago have the same opportunity to be successful as the people that joined in the first or second year? In my company, they do. And so I find that very reassuring, and I was unsuccessful in other companies because I felt I had to be honest. And so if I was being told something that did not fit with me, and I was supposed to be talking to other people, I wanted to be able to honestly say, you can be successful, you can start now and be as successful or more successful than me, that you will get paid on the efforts that you put forth, on the work that you do. And that's very important to me. And I would assume that would be important to you, that you would want to be able to earn based on your own production rates. No breakaways. I've heard of companies, and I don't know anybody by name, but I've heard where there are some companies where you build up a following, a leg, I don't know the term. You build up some people in a group, and then the company, they are allowed to break off, and then you lose that volume, you lose that production, you lose that income, and then so then all your hard work that you put in all that time and all the training that you've done to help these people is taken away from you. And to me, that doesn't sound right at all, that you need to be able to consider that when you are looking at your company. The other one was, are your products fully refundable? Is the business opportunity itself fully refundable? I mean, within a good time frame. But what kind of a return policy do you have? Can you go to your friends and your family and be able to present them with either your product or your opportunity and nobody gets hurt? That was so important to me because I didn't want that to happen. And actually, I was a customer for a long time before I even decided to share the opportunity, because I wanted to make sure, I was doubtful and dubious, and I wanted to make sure that that was the case, that nobody was going to get hurt. So we'll just quickly recap the 12 points that I use to evaluate, and then you can go through them yourself too. The first one was the track record. What kind of track record does the company have? The second one, is it financially sound, or are they using you and your money and your efforts to fund their own pocketbooks? What about the management team? What kind of a management team is it? Are they just startup people? Are they proven Fortune 500 managers that the company has hired to help them build it? What kind of research and development team? All of that sort of thing. Are the products unique and consumable? Are they something that you're going to buy and you don't really need, and they're going to sit on your shelf, or you're going to have 6,000 pieces of whatever it is and they're going to be sitting in your closet all the time? Are they competitively priced? Will you be able to talk to more people where everybody does a little, or do you have to find somebody who can be a high roller and actually buy whatever it is you're selling? The high reorder rate. Again, I lost track of my counting. So number 4 was unique consumable. Number 5 was competitively priced. Number 6 is the high reorder rate, so you don't have to continually chase down new customers. Number 7 is the low personal production requirement, that you don't have to spend $5,000 to get paid $1,000 or anything crazy like that. I don't know if there ever is a company like that, but just for example. Number 8 is the low entry fee. Number 9, low attrition. What kind, if everybody's leaving the ship, is that a good ship for you to get on? 10 is the timing. Is it a good time for everybody? Do the new people have the same opportunity as the ones that have been in business for a long time? Number 11 are the breakaways. Are there breakaways allowed in your company? How does that work with their business model? And the last one is the risk. Is it a risky venture? Now, you know, they say no pain, no gain, no risk, no winnings, but it has to be a calculated risk. It has to be a risk that you can take. So with that, I hope that this was helpful to you. And you can follow me at my, excuse me, CarolynLangOnline.com, and join my newsletter on there. Sign up for my newsletter, and I will be putting out some more of these sorts of things, and some more business tips and so forth. So I hope that helps you to choose your company and to choose wisely. So have a good day. Thanks, busy people.